Hello my fellow mermaids and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you Glam Polish's Totally 80s collection. This will be available on July 31st at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on the Glam Polish site, which I'll link down below. They will also have a promo for the first 72 hours after the launch where you can save 10% of all full collections in store using the code TOTALLY10, or you can also save 5% of all individual in-store shades using the code TOTALLY5. I have 10 polishes to show you, so let's get into the swatches. Goonies Never Say Die is a black jelly with iridescent flakies and neon glitter mix. This polish was inspired by the 1985 movie The Goonies. And out of all the movies mentioned in this collection, this is actually the only one I haven't watched. The formula on this polish was really good. This will dry texture, and because of the glitters, it will be difficult to remove. I really love how the glitters contrast with the black base. They're giving me a ton of Halloween vibes. Here's 3 coats of Goonies Never Say Die with a glossy top coat. Say Hello to My Little Friend is a black jelly with aurora shimmer and metallic red glitter mix. This polish was inspired by the 1983 movie Scarface. I've only watched this movie once, but this phrase is one that practically everyone knows. The base on this polish really builds up in 2 coats. I did 3 because I prefer applying thinner coats. The shimmer and glitters in this polish really surprised me. They made it look like such a vampy color that this one also gave me Halloween vibes. Here's 3 coats of Say Hello to My Little Friend with a glossy top coat. Snakes, Why Did It Have to Be Snakes is a light gold holo with shifting multichrome flakes and ultra holo glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1981 movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. You'll see here that I applied 3 coats, but I honestly don't know why I did the 3rd one because this polish has so many flakies and glitter that I think just 2 will be enough. The way this shines is so pretty, and it may be a bit difficult to remove because of the flakies, since they can stick a bit to your skin. Here's 3 coats of Snakes, Why Did It Have to Be Snakes with a glossy top coat. Never Feed Him After Midnight is a light brown crelly with aurora shimmer and ultra holo glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1984 movie Gremlins. This one was another one that surprised me because I was sure I would need 3 coats because of the base color, but I got full opacity with just 2. This won't dry texture or be difficult to remove, and I think it's a perfect color to represent Gizmo. Here's 2 coats of Never Feed Him After Midnight with a glossy top coat. Are We Going to Prom or to Hell is a dark indigo jelly with aurora shimmer and ultra holo glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1988 movie Heathers. The formula on this polish is just perfect. It got opaque in just 2 coats and the aurora shimmer stands out perfectly against the dark base. Nothing here will dry texture or be difficult to remove. Here's 2 coats of Are We Going to Prom or to Hell with a glossy top coat. Where We're Going, We Don't Need Roads is a blurple jelly with iridescent flakies and ultra holo glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1985 movie Back to the Future. This is a very interesting polish because the definition of it is just spot on. In the bottle, this looks very purple. But as you can see, once you start building it up on your nails, you really see the blue base. So I think blurple is the perfect word to describe this. Nothing in here will dry texture or be difficult to remove. Here's 3 coats of Where We're Going, We Don't Need Roads with a glossy top coat. We Came, We Saw, We Kick Its Ass is a bright green with iridescent flakies and shifting multichrome flakes. This polish was inspired by the 1984 movie Ghostbusters. Another polish that gives me Halloween vibes. And well, spoiler alert, this is one of my favorites from the collection. If this doesn't remind you of Slimer, then you really need to rewatch the movie, because I think this is just the perfect representation of ectoplasm. This will dry a bit flat, and the flakies may stick a bit to your skin when you remove them, but other than that, it won't be difficult to remove. Here's 3 coats of We Came, We Saw, We Kick Its Ass with a glossy top coat. I'm Not Bad, I'm Just Drawn That Way is a magenta jelly with iridescent flakies and ultra holo glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1988 movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and specifically by Jessica Rabbit. Like I say with these kinds of shades, it looks really blown out on the video, so the pictures are a much better representation of the color. This had an amazing formula and nothing here will dry texture or be difficult to remove. Here's 2 coats of I'm Not Bad, I'm Just Drawn That Way with a glossy top coat. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner is a light pink Crelly with Aurora Shimmer and Ultra Holo Glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1987 movie Dirty Dancing. This is such a delicate shade that I think it's just the perfect color for anyone that wants to wear polish but doesn't want a very bold shade. I'm really in love with this one, not only because of the inspiration, but because of the way it looks on the nails. The formula on this one is just as perfect as the other ones, and nothing here will dry texture or be difficult to remove. Here's 3 coats of Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner with a glossy top coat. I'll Have What She's Having is a white Crelly with Aurora Shimmer and Ultra Holo Glitter. This polish was inspired by the 1989 movie When Harry Met Sally. I have to say this one really surprised me, because I normally use 3 coats for white Crellys, but this one got opaque for me in just 2. The Aurora Shimmer in this polish really stands out even with the white base, and this one, because of the glitters, will dry texture and be difficult to remove. Here's 2 coats of I'll Have What She's Having with a glossy top coat. And here's a look of all 10 polishes in the limited edition Totally 80's collection. As I always say in my Glam Polish videos, I think the inspiration and the polishes go perfectly. And even though I was born in the 90s, I actually love watching 80s movies, especially because my sister is a huge fan of the 80s movies. So looking at the names and the bottles, I could actually know which movie was the inspiration for each one, so I think that's totally cool. But from all 10, I do have 4 standouts. Say hello to my little friend. I think this is one of the most known phrases of the 80s, so I was really surprised that this one was one of my favorites, because I don't know, I'm not usually very drawn to grayish base colors. But I don't know if it's because of the shimmer or the glitters. I love this one, and I think this one is going to be perfect for a vampire inspired mani for Halloween. I think I'm gonna see in how many videos I have always picked the neon green as one of my favorites. When I got the package and I opened them all and I saw this one, I was like, whoa, this is bright. This is totally ectoplasm green. It's perfect for Ghostbusters, it's just great. And I think the flakies on this base, they are perfect. It's if you combine fall with Halloween, you mesh them. I know Halloween it's in the fall season, but it's if you take the leaves, falling leaves in autumn, and you mix them with slimy green Halloween inspiration, you get this. And I actually can't wait to see this matte. I think it's going to look so cool. And the next 2 are from these movies, my favorite. And one is snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And I love this because I'm actually terrified of snakes, like Indiana Jones, like Indy. So I think, besides the name, which I love, and I love the movies, especially the 3rd one, that's my favorite. These kinds of polishes, they are so pretty. I'm not gonna deny it, but I'm not usually drawn to brownish colors, even though they are holographic. But I don't know if it's because of the inspiration, I actually fell in love with this one. And taking inspiration from Kelly Marisa, I'm gonna tell you a fun fact. For me, Harrison Ford, it's like Indiana Jones and Han Solo. It's I can't choose. Well, maybe I love Indiana Jones more. Don't kill me. But anyway, I'm in love with him, the actor. And the fun fact, it's that one time I was in New York visiting my sister, and I was having lunch with people I used to work with, and we were just chatting and drinking and eating and whatever. This was years ago. And the person that was in front of me stopped talking all of a sudden. And I had a column on my left and a person on the right, so I couldn't see to my left unless I leaned to see. So anyway, the person that was in front of me stopped talking, and I noticed that he was like following someone that was going to go behind me. So I turned around and I also stopped like talking because it was Harrison Ford. And I was like, oh my God. Like I was starstruck and I didn't know what to do. And my boss's boss, she was like, wow, like she couldn't speak. And I wanted to maybe ask, I mean, what do I have to lose? Hey, can I take a picture with you or anything? Because how often do you see Harrison Ford like just walking behind you? So I went to him and I asked him if I could take a picture with him, like just very chill. He was like, no, I'm sorry, I already have to go. And I was like, oh, okay, don't worry. I remember we went back to the table, and like I said, my boss's boss was still like, she couldn't speak. And later when she could, she told us that one time she told her husband that if I ever meet Harrison Ford and he was single and everything, I would leave you and go with him. So she couldn't speak when we were like in front of him. I had to do all the talking. But that's kind of like the celebrity sighting that I will never forget, and it's like my number one. So that just means that this is one of my favorites. And my other favorite, it's I think my favorite movie from the 80s, and that is Dirty Dancing. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner. I think this is like such a pretty and delicate shade that it's like perfect for that movie. It totally reminds me of the dress Baby is wearing on the finale when she gets lifted off in the dance, and I love that movie. I actually watched it like 2 weeks ago, I think. So, I mean, I couldn't like leave this one out of my favorites. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out of any of my upcoming videos. As always, I will leave my Instagram page and all my other social media handles in the description below. And until next time, have a bubbly day!